Want a fair, transparent, on-chain name ownership for .ntu domains? Look no further to a commit and review auction system for registering and resolving .ntu domains, all possible without a middleman. Introducing to you the Decentralized Domain Registrar. Our solution lets anyone register .ntu domains through a fair and transparent commit review auction, fully executed on Ethereum. This is where the heart is, the system architecture of the application. Now allow me to direct you to each component for more details. Let's begin. Everything begins with the user. They connect to their Metamask wallet. Next, the front-end layer. The dashboard updates instantly from the chain, showing every auction live as it is. When they place a bid, reveal it, or finalize ownership, the UI doesn't decide the outcome, it only requests it. The wallet signs and the blockchain executes. Simple, seamless, and user-owned. Moving on to the smart contract and blockchain layer. Every action the user performs, be it committing a bid, revealing it, finalizing ownership, it is executed through the signed contract calls. The front end doesn't decide anything, it simply relays the user's intention. AuctionHouse Solidity runs a fair commit review auction, preventing front running and snipping. On the other hand, Registry.solidity permanently records who owns which .ntu domains. No centralized server, no admin overrides, and no hidden logic. Now let's uncover the network layer behind this. Everything runs on Ethereum Sepolia. Deployment is done via hardhat, and the system behaves the same on the mainnet. Security comes from the Ethereum consensus layer, meaning no special trust is required. For production, it is deployed on Vercel. With that being said, allow me to take you through our application through a demonstration walkthrough. Off to the landing page, our application ensures that users must be equipped with a Chrome browser and Metamask extension. Else, error guards are displayed to guide users to resolve the issue. Once fulfilled, users are able to log in to their Metamask wallet. Upon logging in, users are greeted to their homepage or dashboard page, if you will. At a glance, it presents the user with an overview of what to expect from the application. To support smooth navigation, we provide a guided dashboard. Users can immediately see their connected wallet, to the domain's own resolution status, and any pending refunds from past auctions. They can also view active auction activity at a glance. From the top right controls, user can copy their wallet address, check wallet balance, and switch networks. Refunds and fund transfer are also accessible directly from here and will be demonstrated shortly. Let us explore on the search or lookup portion. Want to know which domains are won in the auction and taken? Here it is. Also, to know more details about a domain, we can copy the domain name to the search, say test1.ntu. It will display the owner wallet address, the resolved address, and the expiration date. Also, we can do a lookup on the wallet address where it shows the domain owned by it. To add on, it also shows the reverse resolved of it. Okay, so now for the highlight, the commit review auction. So I'll be using two wallets to demonstrate the whole process. So to initialize the commit, I'll have to insert the domain I want. First, I'm going to try gg.ntu, which the system correctly blocks it, since it's already registered and it is deemed as an invalid domain. So I start an auction for blockchain.ntu instead. The input will always normalize and enforces.ntu unless you input an invalid domain like .eth, which will not go through. And once confirmed, the auction goes live. So now, heading to the active auctions, we can see the blockchain.ntu open for bidding, which I've placed my first bid of 0.05 Ether, and the system confirms the sealed bid. So notice that neither wallet can see who else bid, how many bids there are, or the bid values. Everything stays sealed until review. This prevents last minute second snipping and keeps the auction private and fair. As you can see, now I switch over to my second wallet and place a lower bid of 0.01 Ether. Once the commit phase ends, the auction automatically transitions into the review phase. I'm still on the second wallet, so I'll review first. The system now shows the exact bid I committed earlier, which is 0.01 Ether, confirming that the sealed bid hash was valid. Now switching back to wallet 1, I performed the same review. Here we can clearly see the higher committed amount, which is 0.05 Ether, successfully verified and reviewed. At this stage, all bids are visible, but only after commits are locked. This ensures that the auction remains fair, private, and immune to last-minute price manipulation. Now, since I'm still on wallet 1, and I have received a notification prompting me to finalize the auction, so on the finalize page, we can now see the highest reviewed bid and the wallet that won. I proceed to finalize. the domain is removed from the active auctions and ownership is officially assigned. Since Wallet 1 placed the highest bid, I now own the domain. A notification confirms that blockchain.ntu has been successfully registered, and I can verify this by checking the domain lookup, where I can see the owned by is my wallet address and it has not been resolved yet. Now continuing with Wallet 1, since I've won, the domain is officially mine. I can verify this by doing a wallet lookup, which I'll search my wallet address, and we can see that the blockchain.ntu now appears under my owned domains. Heading back to the homepage, the total count has increased from 3 to 4 owned domains. You'll notice that the domain is currently not resolved. To fix that, I go to my domains, select blockchain.ntu, and resolve it to my own wallet address. Of course, I could resolve it to any wallet, but ownership always remains with the wallet that won the auction. The resolve address simply acts as the destination for sending Ether using the domain name. And now you can see the blockchain.ntu is fully resolved. Switching over to my second wallet, the one that has lost a bid, a notification alerts me that the domain has already been registered, which is to another bidder, which is Wallet 1, and I have a refund available. Before the refund, my wallet balance is 0.04 Ether. Since I've previously committed the deposit for this auction, I can now withdraw that amount. In this demo, you'll notice that the domain name is blockchq.ntu instead of blockchain.ntu, as I previously lost my recording, and since the blockchain is immutable, I simply cannot delete the previously registered domain of blockchain.ntu. So here the refund amount is 0.01 Ether instead of the earlier 0.001 Ether. I'll click withdraw, confirm the transaction, and once it processes, you'll see the balance update accordingly, demonstrating that the refund logic works exactly as intended. Now, still on Wallet 2, I'll also demonstrate sending Ether to a domain instead of to a raw wallet address. We'll use the blockchain.ntu for this example, which Wallet 1 owns and has already resolved to its wallet address. If I try to look up for an invalid domain, the interface will clearly show either that the domain has not been registered or the domain has not been resolved. But in this case, blockchain.ntu is valid, so the lookup succeeds, so it shows the resolved wallet address behind the domain name. I'll enter 0.01 Ether and send. This allows users to transfer funds using a human-readable domain instead of copying along hexadecimal addresses, which makes the experience simpler and much less error-prone. Transaction goes through and the transfer is complete, after which I proceed to lockout. Also take note, once lockout, if the user tries to click back or even try to auto the path page, it will remain at the authentication page, which serves and preserves security. So now that we have walked through the full commit review process, from bidding to revealing to finalizing, resolving, refunding, and even sending Ether to the domain, let's take a step back and talk about why the system works the way it does. The heart of our solution is fairness. We designed the commit review auction so no one can spy on your bid or try to outbid you at the last second. During the commit phase, all bids look the same, just hashes, so that no one knows how many people are bidding or how much they are bidding. Only when the review phase starts to do, the real value appears. So the auction outcome is driven by strategy, not by timing or manipulation. Then there's efficiency. We don't store your actual bid until review, only the hash commitments goes on-chain. This reduces gas usage and makes the entire flow much cheaper and more practical to use. Because fairness and cryptography can sometimes feel complex, we've made sure the user experience stays simple. We have intentionally guide the user through each phase with clear phase labels, such as commit, review, and finalize, countdown timers so nothing sneaks up unexpectedly, and also gentle notifications like reminders and finalization alerts. So even though the system is cryptographically strong underneath, the experience stays straightforward and intuitive. And of course, to prevent domain squatting, ownership comes with an expiry period of 1 year. This ensures domains stay meaningful and gives the ecosystem room to grow instead of letting someone hoard everything forever. Looking forward, we see the platform evolving even further. For example, a public domain explorer for easy identity lookup, a marketplace for peer-to-peer domain transfer, and eventually community-based governance where the student community sets the policies. So the system doesn't just manage names, it becomes a shared identity layer for the NTU ecosystem. In summary, what we have built is a domain system that is transparent, fair, and completely trustless. No manual approvals, no intermediaries. Ownership is earned, enforced, and protected entirely on-chain, where the rules are the same for everyone. Thank you, and this is Domain Decentralized Registrar.